The body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases.
Who could it be?
Junko.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, it's Hina.
Here's my answer.
Why?
Byakuya,
I'm joking.
it's possible you could have found out.
Her dad is a cop, and turns out she knew.
No, do you think Hina's that smart? I don't.
No, she's definitely not.
Government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you? Are you saying Mr. Togata
I was right.
did it?
Byakuya did do it. He did frame Toko.
The reason he pushed the theory of genocide
What makes you
Jack
think
being
that?
the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
Because I agree with Celeste. Those red eyes, they really get to me.
There are lots of red eyes in this game.
There.
Yeah, Jill has them too, I guess.
So does Taka.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Byakuya, what's your response? I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
Sorry, I skipped through all of this.
That's fine. We've already seen it. So.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like a
You wanted to
flashback.
go to
Yeah.
the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy,
It totally makes
I
sense.
should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say?
Bufumi disagrees.
The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
nothing strange about that, I'd say. On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I just need to make it clear to everyone.
Oh.
Oh
Another
no!
duel.
No! Truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the triangle button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, as many times as you want, you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets. It might be wise to memorize a few different weak spots and use that to make your case. What is the best time to flashback? Well, you'll just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though I'd say if you don't use the flashback, you'll be refuting anything. Well then, good luck, have fun. Oh God.
This is where things get tricky.
Ah!
Love Jill's face.
Quite delightful.
Dude.
Indeed.
Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird. How?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy! The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So, of course, I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Yeah, because we didn't know it was a girl, did we?
All right, you didn't know
If you're presented with
who the
the
victim
opportunity
was.
to check out the girls' locker room. That's a natural reaction.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a...
No, it's wrong.
Thank you.
Didn't exactly have any
I'll
options
tell
to
you
go
what's
wrong in this
strange
one.
about
So.
that.
Yeah. Well, I was really
Because up
confused
until we actually
because
discovered the body,
it's been so
we
long.
couldn't have known who the
I'm
victim
wondering
was.
if Monokuma had said, "Hey, Chihiro was killed. Go find her and investigate," or if it was just investigation has started.
I see.
Yeah, Monokuma
That's a
just
good
told him
answer,
that something
I must
weird
admit.
happened, I think.
Okay, see, and I don't remember because that was
He
last
said-
session.
He did say somebody was murdered, I think.
Yeah.
Somebody was murdered, but I wasn't sure if he gave a name because if that's a contradiction, that depends on last session.
Yep.
So
Nope,
I
which
forgot.
was like months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
That's what she said.
What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. Got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do
What's
with
the
him.
matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
What could it be?
Yeah. Do I have to load my truth bullets again?
Well, you'll get ones to start, but you might have to pull a bullet from a different statement. You always have that option.
Yeah, you'll never know when to use it,
Indeed.
except if you figure it out.
Nope. Because I'm dumb.
What?
Honey, don't pat me.
Difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Shoot, I thought I'd shot it.
Somebody else must have had it
I
anyway.
did.
Whoa.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain? When I want to kill, and I use those same scissors.
But Chihiro was some kind of...
That's right. Then there must be.
Hey, Byakuya.
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
You preempted the white noise.
By the skin of your teeth.
Yes.
There's skin on my teeth?
Actually, I'm pretty
Like
sure
Slenderman?
you have seen it before.
Basically.
Because you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
Oh.
An extension cord?
No one looked closer at that rope.
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it. Is that about right?
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned, as if he's not even involved. Wait, not
What's
even
wrong?
involved. What's wrong?
I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Sure. Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray
Colitis.
tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the
Colitis?
girls' locker room.
I don't know. I feel like I've
disguised
heard
my
that in the
crime.
commercial.
Specifically,
Probably.
I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of
I think
a homicidal
colitis is.
psychopath. What about
No,
all
itis
that
is
bothers
inflammation, and I would assume cola would be colon.
Wait,
Ah.
what
So
was
I
that
think
just
it
now?
means
Something's not right. Maybe there might
inflammation
just now
of the
there's
colon.
something there that concerns me.
I guess that would be quite bothersome then.
Indeed.
Genocide Jack's presence, because how on earth would he have known that Genocide Jack was in the group? Byakuya, you constructed this scene because you knew the real Genocide Jack was here, right?
Oh, that's right. So I'm so used to the reading
I
of
know,
this.
I know, this is weird. I was thrown too.
It's because you're wrong.
What? But
Sure.
what if Genocide
You
Jack
didn't
wasn't
get the
here?
little,
Did you ever consider
"That's wrong"
that?
thing.
I was extremely
whatever.
confident in my assertion. And I was equally confident that in showing you the file, the real Genocide Jack would be exposed.
So all of that was part of the plan. I thought maybe there was a hole there somewhere. Dang.
Shoot.
The scene of the crime then. Because it's the...
I got it!
Okay.
You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right?
But he didn't.
But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of it.
I believe I do.
Hey Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya had been so confident up till now. Maybe Byakuya never even realized the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Move on without permission.
If
I
there's
love Taka.
any chance the murder took place somewhere else,
quite epic.
let's see the
Indeed.
proof.
Evidence shows the marriage place looks on things that got switched. Oh, Sakura's account, right? Oh. There's a bunch of these. Can I choose more? Could you shush?
That she was killed somewhere else is the
You're
poster
like right
that's
in my
hanging
ear,
in
though.
each locker room.
Michael Rosen is the murderer.
Is some posters?
The poster in the girls'
Boy,
locker
cut
room
that
was a picture of a big-boobed supermodel. Don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would
Usually
the girls'
supermodels have
locker
small
room have a
boobs.
poster like that?
I bet those massive
Nope.
jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about, right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet, but I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not that the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved.
I got it. The stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too? But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think? What? In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body. By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
To frame Taka?
Why would they go through all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place? To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device, but Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room. She had no way to get into the boys' locker room to begin with.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Can you tap into the boys' locker room somehow? Yes, absolutely.
I do like Hero too.
Yeah, he's fun.
I guess I like most of the characters.
Yeah, they're all pretty epic.
Yeah.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room somehow?
Ah, I got it! She
Do you
must
though?
have hacked her e-handbook.
Wow.
She was
Epic.
the ultimate programmer after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
But it's broken.
Indeed. There you go.
Precisely.
No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Then how did she get in there?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup. Hit the nail square on the noggin.
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook,
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just wrong?
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
Is that it then? Hero's killed in the girls' locker room. Byakuya is the one who did it, really? But still, I don't know what else
Hold
I
on
can
a
do.
second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have
No.
gained access.
What? What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting?
Yeah.
I declare an official class trial recess.
For real?
Now then, what is it you want to show us?
Monokuma is like a kid in a candy store.
Indeed. Lots of despair.
Oh,
Yes.
I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty
Despair store.
expectations. So, shall we go?